Hi, this is Ron Alvel with High Performance Mechanical Training, and welcome to our latest online class, and that is Troubleshooting DDC Systems and Components. And this is the introduction. We're going to talk about what we're going to do in this class. You get a chance to know me a little bit better if you've never taken one of my online classes or never run into any of the other classes or materials that I've written on. So let's go ahead and get to the next page. Okay, first of all, who am I? That's a really good question. And I am the owner of High Performance Mechanical Training. Here you see my website. A little thumbnail sketch of my career in the industry. I'm a graduate, a proud graduate of Westside Institute of Technology in Cleveland, Ohio. I've been in the industry over 38 years. I am a licensed third-class stationary engineer in the state of Ohio. I have 35 years either part or full-time teaching experience, including 16 years on the faculty of a community college. I'm the author of a whole host of different kinds of materials. I'm the author of a number of textbooks, HVAC control systems, currently in its 3rd edition, HVAC and refrigeration systems, IT skills for HVAC technicians, which by the way is another one of our online classes, and a future class I'm working on, or future book I'm working on, I should say, and that is Troubleshooting HVAC Systems, all by American technical publishers. I'm also the author of a large number of industry articles in HVAC Magazine, as well as Fluke, etc. I am also a technical contributor for Fluke Corporation. I've written a whole number of articles for them. And I was on staff with Johnson Controls, the Johnson Controls Training Institute, for a number of years. I have 17 years experience with Johnson Controls as a lead instructor in both HVAC and HVAC mechanical systems and controls, as well as a senior technician level and project manager experience as well. So that's going to help us, I think, go through this material and through these different classes, including troubleshooting DDC systems and components. Okay, why have a class like this? Why have a class like this? And there's a number of reasons that I think are very good reasons. And first of all, and I hope you're interested in this in the first place, but many or most programs that are out there, programs in trade technical schools and community colleges, don't teach DDC controls at all. Either at all or very little. They just give it a very quick brush over. And these skills are really needed today in industry, and people that can do them are often very highly paid, as we'll see in a moment here. But if they do cover these systems at all, DDC controls, usually there's no type of advanced troubleshooting or approaches in the class regardless. If you are a technician that can troubleshoot a DDC control system and understand what's going on, you're going to be in very high demand, and they're often very highly paid. I consider myself very fairly paid and highly paid before my retirement with Johnson Controls, and you can be too, if not even more. The goal here is to develop a systematic troubleshooting approach that is manufacturer and model independent. So we're trying to pull back for a moment here. We are not doing something here that is specifically related to one manufacturer or one model. We want to give you the big picture that you can use regardless of what vendor and what model of that vendor that you are working on. That's going to be pretty challenging here, but I think that that myself and I think that you are going to be up to that as you go through this class. I would urge you, as we go through this, highly urge you to take advantage of the years of experience that I have, both in teaching and field experience in working on these systems. Take advantage of that. Have a paper and pen ready for notes. Take a lot of notes. There's going to be a lot of things that we talk about in this class, a lot of things that we look at, and I want to make sure that you get the most possible. The materials, we're going to be using PowerPoint materials that I've developed, but I think it's a very good idea to get my book, HVAC Control Systems, 3rd edition, from American technical publishers. And I would also say, especially chapters 17 to 28 in that book are going to be especially relevant for this class. Please note that there are approximately 50 troubleshooting scenarios that we're going to go through in this class. So there are a lot of troubleshooting activities and a lot of troubleshooting scenarios that we're going to cover in this class. We're also going to have a number of troubleshooting hands-on videos that are going to be associated with this class as well. Okay, what is the agenda? What are we going to be covering in these different sections? And in section number 1, which is coming up very quickly, we're going to talk about troubleshooting tools and safety and give you an overview of what a typical quote-unquote DDC system would look like today. We're going to start at the bottom level in section 2. We're going to talk about inputs and outputs, analog and binary or digital inputs, analog and digital or binary outputs. We're going to talk about those. So we're going to start at the field component level. Then in section 3, we're going to move along and talk about the field controller level troubleshooting and a lot of the things that you need to be aware of there. Section 4, which is really the last large section, and that is going to be troubleshooting the web-based or network part of these control systems. Again, one of the goals, the big goal, is to develop a systematic troubleshooting approach that is manufacturer and model independent. I do want to note that some sections are longer and some are shorter. So some of the videos are going to be short and some are going to be long. You need to know that. Okay, the goals here are to teach you what you need to know to be effective on the job. We are really going after that 80 or 90%. We are not as concerned with the 10% of engineering or system design. There's going to be other resources out there that can help you with that. This is a field technician level class. And to develop troubleshooting skills and how to use the tools, to be aware of the tools that you need and how to implement them in a troubleshooting environment. Last but not least is to benefit from my experience. And every troubleshooting scenario in this class is from an actual job I have worked on. And when we're going through these, in the back of my mind, I am seeing that job that I worked on and did troubleshooting on as we go through the scenario. So, this is going to wrap up the introduction, and then we're going to go on to section 1.